This is John Sterling welcoming you to another winter edition of Yankees Magazine. This week, you'll find out where this rookie went for help with his hitting.
Mom, are you kidding? He says, you know how fast these balls are coming? They're coming 90 some miles an hour. I said, John, you've got to have some direction. You know, where do you want the ball to go?
Next, you look back at a rookie who knew exactly where he wanted the ball to go, and it went.
This was a very serious ball club, and if you didn't cut the buck there, well, you're on your way.
So rookies out there, and old-timers too, batter up for this week's Yankees Magazine. In our pinstripe lifestyle section of the Yankees today on Yankees Winter Magazine, a look at a young Yankee with a big family from Tampa, Florida. We call it Roots because they've been rooting for him ever since he was born. When John Ramos arrived in New York in September, fans knew about the rookie catcher's outstanding year in Columbus. A .308 average with 10 homers and 63 RBIs. As a Yankee, John showed he could hit Major League pitching as he smacked .320 in 12 games. Well, John's family knew he was Major League material since he was a little leaguer, and they've supported him every step of the way. We joined the Ramos family recently at their home in Tampa. It was a regular Sunday dinner, but the newest Yankee catcher was clearly the toast of the house.
He stood out. No matter where he was at, he always stood out.
John was gifted. You could tell he was gifted. I remember just sitting down here at night and telling stories to John because he was so active in everything he did. And I would tell him a story about baseball. He was nothing but a little leaguer, just a little guy. And I would tell him a story about the scores 4-3 and bases are loaded. If John Ramos gets a hit now, it's going to be devastating, you know, one thing and the other. And then I would say, and here comes the pitch, and you're out. And I would strike him out. He would go, Dad, what do you do that to me? He would go upstairs and start crying. He said, don't do that to me, Dad.
The 26-year-old Ramos is the next to youngest of 5 brothers and a sister. Like any family, every member has words of advice.
I think of what I've always tried to tell them, and I don't like, you know, him or any of my brothers to get down on themselves when they're down. Especially in baseball, it's real hard because you can get down on yourself a lot. And I've always told him that he's Major League material, I think, since he was, 10 years old.
There's not too much that I could have taught John, but John has the right attitude, real humble attitude.
Relaxing around the pool table after dinner sure helps John's attitude. So does the chance to talk with the family about his career. Even John's mother had a helpful hint last year when her son was slumping at the plate.
I said, John, don't you kind of picture in your mind where you would like to, to hit the ball, where you would like the ball to go? I said, Mom, are you kidding? He says, you know how fast these balls are coming? They're coming 90 some miles an hour. I said, John, you've got to have some direction. Where do you want the ball to go?
Some of the things she says, and you're like, gee, you scratch your head and you wonder, where did she come up with this? But all of a sudden you're out in the batting cage and you remember what your mom told you about, just meet the ball, just see it and, hit it.
A big hit in the Ramos house these days is John's wife, Lisa. The couple met as students at Stanford and discovered they had a lot in common. You see, Lisa is a world-class athlete in her own right in track and field.
Oh, he was great. He's more subdued. He's not the type that's real cocky and outgoing. You wouldn't notice him off the bat, but that's my style too. I mean, I don't like to, brag about what I do and what I've done or what anybody else does. I'm just real, low-key, and he's the same way.
Not only is she low-key, Lisa is a 4-time All-American and National Collegiate record holder in the high jump. Look for Lisa to be competing for the United States team at the Barcelona Olympic Games next summer.
She probably helps me more than I've helped her because she knows how it is. 1509, ladies. That's real good. And I try to do the same with her. I mean, she's training. You know, just try to give her support and try to get her motivated in a way where she can bring out the best in herself.
Well, it looks like smooth sailing for the Ramos team as they head into 1992 for what should be the biggest test of their careers. Lisa as an Olympic high jumper, John as a Yankee catcher. They'll be rooting for each other, and so will we.